How's it going, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing an expansion league rebuild. Now, I already have a series on my channel where I slowly go through the process of rebuilding a expansion team, but we're going to try to do a fast rebuild with an expansion team. So let's get into it. Go over to my league, go over to league expansion, starting regular season. Let's get into it. So I'm really not into making jerseys, the floor and everything, because I mean, we're just rebuilding the team, so we don't really care about anything. I do want to go to Seattle, guys. So I see these Seattle Supersonics ones, but I want that up-to-date Seattle Supersonics one. So see if I can find that really fast. If not, no big deal. We'll just go back to the old throwback ones. But you know, once the team comes back, if the Seattle Supersonics come back to the NBA, they're not going to be using that old logo and those old jerseys. They're kind of out of date, to be honest. They're going to revamp it a little bit. And I saw one a couple days ago as I was doing like a trial of this rebuild, but I can't find it anymore, which is tragic. But we'll just go back and do the other one. So right now, I'm not really sure how I'm going to be doing this rebuild. I don't know if I'm going to wait an entire season before I start doing trades and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to start doing stuff right off the bat. I guess it depends on what players we draft. I'm thinking that I should just go with the best players available, just because they're going to have more trade value instead of doing what I do in my other series where I went for like some of the younger guys. And this is taking a minute to load in. So once it's loaded in, we'll get to the draft. And then, okay, yeah, there we go. That's all done there. So let's start it. And go over to the Supersonics. Boom, we're here and we're ready to draft our team. All right, so here we are in the draft. So as I mentioned, I'm probably just going to be taking the best players available. I kind of want to stick to players that are under deals for more than 1 year so I can trade them next year if I need to. So let's start off with Tony Allen. I think I can take Tony Allen. I also want Joe Johnson. Let's take Festus Ezeli. As you guys notice, I'm skipping Manu because whenever I do a rebuild or anything and Manu's on my team, nobody wants to trade for him. So we're going to stay away from him. We need a PG. Let's take Matthew Dellavedova because he's got that 4-year deal. Let's also take Darren Williams, man. I know he's under 1 year, and I mentioned that I was trying to get some players that I could trade later, but maybe we'll flip Darren Williams right off the bat. So let's see. We need a power forward at this point. And the reason I'm kind of doing this pretty fast is because, I mean, I'm probably going to be trading a lot of these players right off the bat anyway, you know what I mean? So it's no big deal if we start off with a really bad team. A lot of these players are under 1-year deals, so the GMs that didn't protect them are playing really smart. Of course, you don't want to throw somebody out there under a 4-year deal. See, the Pistons messed up. They gave this dude all his money, and now they got to say bye-bye to it. But I think I'm going to go with Taj Gibson. See what we got here now. We need another shooting guard, power forward, and center. So let's go get E'Twaun Moore. E'Twaun Moore I like a lot. I mean, he played for my Bulls, and I got to see him play pretty well in absence of like Derrick Rose and stuff. So I like E'Twaun a bunch. Let's pick up John Lure. I know he's under a pretty big contract, but I figure I can flip that. And Tyson Chandler's under a pretty big contract too. So let's go get Mo Spates, who's under a minimum 1 year plus 1. I think it's a team option too. So if I don't want to bring him back, I don't have to. And right now, let's just fill out the roster with some solid guys. Again, I want to stick to guys under contract for a minute. Terrence Ross. Let's pick up Terrence Ross under a pretty solid contract. Who else is there? I don't want Tyson Chandler, though. I don't want Tyson Chandler's contract. Nikola Pekovic, nah. I'm just looking at over here when I'm looking at their signing status to see how many years they're under contract. Andrew Nicholson, I like him a lot. He was actually on my other rebuilding team. And let's try to get, this is our last pick, let's try to get a nice point guard under 2 years at least. We'll pick up Tyus Jones. He's under 1 year plus 2. He's still under that rookie contract. And that's it. So show you guys the team. Of course, we're going to be making trades. But Darren Williams, Tony Allen, Wilson Chandler, Taj Gibson, and Festus Ezeli in the starting lineup. Let's try to start making trades right off the bat here. So at this point, I don't want to throw in any first-round picks just because if we're really bad, I do want that pick for later. So 3 second-rounders, Wilson Chandler for Steven Adams and Ersan Ilyasova. I like that trade a lot because I'm a big Steven Adams fan. I think he's going to have a great year. So let's look at the rotation now. They put in Joe Johnson at the starting small forward. Steven Adams starting at center, but now we can trade either Festus or Mo Spates because now we got too many centers in the rotation. So let's try to do that. Even though I like Festus too, I think he can go, and we're throwing this other second rounder, see what we can get for him. Nothing spectacular, so I think I got to draw something up myself. I'm going to do this trade. Traded Mo Spates for a first rounder. That's top 5 protected, but it's still a first rounder. The Detroit Pistons are probably going to do pretty good, so we'll get that pick because they're not going to have a top 5 one. and an unprotected second round for most spades. Again, picking up another draft pick, which is not too bad. So we're going to stick with this rotation for now, simulate to the All-Star break, see what we're rolling with, and then maybe make more trades. But I think right now I'm just going to stick to what we got. I'm predicting us to have like 20 wins by the end of the season. So if that's true, we can have a pretty high draft pick, and that's what we're looking for, a pretty high draft pick. So you guys know how I said we're going to win like 20 games this season. Well, we have 35 at the All-Star break. I don't know how, but our team is killing it. I'll show you guys the stats. I'm very curious to see what's going on too. Darren Williams doing this thing, Steven Adams doing his thing. Ersan, who I think is coming off the bench for Todd's, is doing this thing. Like, I don't know how, but we're winning a bunch of games. So, since our draft pick is not going to be worth anything, let's try to make a trade right here, man. Darren Williams is having such a great year, so maybe I don't trade him. Let's try to trade Todd's and our first rounder from us. We could keep that Pistons pick, but our first rounder, now that we have 34 wins and it seems like we're not slowing down, it's not going to be worth much. So can we get a better power forward for Todd's? We could pick up Marvin Williams. This is not that much of an upgrade. We could pick up Julius Randle, but even Todd's is having a better year than him. Maybe I should just let it ride. Maybe I shouldn't do any trades right now. Let's try the Darren Williams thing and see what we do. What we can get. You never know. Even though Darren Williams is having a heck of a year, and we could go out there and get somebody like better than him, then maybe we should do that still. Dennis Schroeder, not that much better. No. I'm going to let it ride then. I'm not going to make any trades. Let's see how the Detroit Pistons are doing since we have their pick and it's protected. They are doing okay, I guess. It looks like they're in the playoff hunt, so that's good for us. Steph Curry wins MVP 3 years in a row. Hasn't been done since Larry Bird tied. I think it was Larry Bird. Rookie of the Year goes to Ben Simmons. Brandon Knight wins 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to DeAndre Jordan. D'Angelo Russell wins Most Improved. And Coach of the Year goes to Steve Kerr with a record of 65-17. Alrighty. So we finished with the 5th seed, 49-33. I'll show you guys the final stats for our team. Here, oh, we got injuries. That's no good. That's not good, but we got injuries. See what we can do against the Memphis Grizzlies. Are we going to get out of the first round? Okay, we're going against Steph Curry and them, so you know how this is going to end. My dog's making noises with his chew toy. We just got swept, didn't we? Yep, we got swept. No big deal. Show you guys who wins the championship right now. And they get into the offseason, and it's the Golden State Warriors as Steph Curry wins Finals MVP. Okay, offseason, here we are. League meeting. Reject everything because we're not trying to make no changes here. NBA draft, where things go down. All right, I'm going to try to do this trade. They want a top 3 protected second. How about we throw them this pick too? There we go. They can have both of our first round picks for this year, a second rounder for Jay Crowder and Avery Bradley. I'll do that trade in a heartbeat. So now we have Avery Bradley and Jay Crowder on the team now, which is good. Let's try to trade John Lure and his second rounder for somebody. I like this trade. I want to dump John Lure's contract, make it $10 million a year. We're getting 2 first rounders, even though they are top 3 protected. It's still 2 first rounders, and it's from the Spurs, which is mean we're gonna get it because they're not gonna be a top 3 team. You know what I mean? So, or a bottom 3 team. So we'll do that trade. I'm trying to get rid of as much money as I can because I want to go out and try to sign somebody big this offseason. So Matthew Dellavedova, can we get rid of his contract? If not, no big deal. We'll just go into the free agency. Let's just go into free agency. Try to sign this big name player. I don't know who it's going to be just yet. We don't need a shooting guard. We don't need a small forward because we have Avery Bradley and Jay Crowder. So let's try to get a big man or a point guard. I think Steph Curry's here in this class, this free agency class and everything. Oh, it's an 80 overall rookie right there going to the Knicks. Melo better watch out. He's going to take your job. So the whole signing a big name free agent thing kind of fell through. Nobody really wanted to come to Seattle for some reason. So this is the team we rocking with: Avery Bradley, Steven Adams, Jay Crowder, Rajon Rondo, who we picked up, Jeff Green, Matthew Dellavedova is still here, Terrence Ross is still here. Our team still looks pretty bad, which is no big deal just because we still got a couple more years to try to rebuild them. Year number 2 should probably be a throwaway. Yeah, I do expect us to make the playoffs, though. If we made the playoffs with that last team, I'm sure we're going to make the playoffs with this team. We got 3 camps to go to. Okay. We don't have anybody really to send to potential camp. I guess we could send Steven Adams to get him better for next year. Perimeter shooting camp, let's send Jay Crowder. Yeah, because his numbers aren't the best. And then let's send everybody to free throw camp. Rajon Rondo needed that. So I don't think I'm going to make any trades right off the bat. I guess I can explore a little bit, but I don't see us making any big moves. we still have those picks from the Spurs, which is pretty good. So yeah, we should be good. We should be good. We still have our first round pick for this year, which is good. Just in case we don't make the playoffs, that draft pick will be worth something. Yeah, I'm just gonna get to Simmons, see how good we are, then I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. We are 25-30. 2K is all switched backwards. Last year we made the playoffs with that terrible team. I thought our team got a lot better this year, but 2K said, nah, you guys are actually worse. See the numbers here. Nobody's doing really good, but nobody's doing bad either. I'm surprised. Oh, we got Jeff Green back. He played here for a little bit back in his day. He was drafted here, actually. Yeah, but he's back in Seattle. I'm just going to go and continue to sim, guys, and it looks like we're going to be in the lottery, which is okay, I guess. I mean, this is a 3-year rebuild. We're year number 2, and we're not even making the playoffs, so it's kind of scary. But we'll see how it goes, man. I've got to even mention this at the beginning of the video, but right now I'm like at a crisis. Nothing to do with 2K, but I can't find another quiz to take for the channel, man. I've been searching and searching for a nice little quiz, but everything's too easy or just not new enough. Like, quizzes are back from 2008. So if you have a quiz you want me to take, hit me up on Twitter, send it to me that way. And I'll see you guys at the end of the season. And again, we're catching a bunch of L's, so no playoffs for us. Steph Curry wins 4 MVPs in the row. Wow. 4 MVPs in the row. That's just ridiculous. This guy wins Rookie of the Year. 6th man goes to Joakim Noah in Brooklyn now. DeAndre Jordan wins Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved goes to Ben Simmons, whose numbers, let's look at it, the improvement here. Yeah, definitely an improvement. And Ron Adams, I don't know where Steve Kerr went, but Ron Adams wins Coach of the Year. All right. So as I mentioned, we weren't making the playoffs and we did not. Steven Adams led us in scoring, which is never a good thing. His numbers were really good last year. This year wasn't too bad either, but last year was even better. That's crazy. Avery Bradley there, Jay Crowder there. Yeah, let's just go through the playoffs, man. I couldn't care. Whoa, why is New Orleans in the Eastern Conference? Did I miss something? Why? I don't know, man. Let's just ignore that. Let's just act like that didn't happen, okay? I don't know why they're in the East, but they are. And the Golden State Warriors win the championship once again. Okay, league meetings is where we're gonna go to. Now eligible for draft once they reach 18 years of age. I don't care. Let's just deny that, just in case that has some type of effect on us. So NBA draft, here we come. Of course, we're gonna be in the lottery since we did not make the playoffs. Let me see what number pick we got. We're probably just gonna flip it though. We got the 11th pick, which is not great. Let's try this 11th pick of Rajon Rondo, see what we can get. Chris Middleton, Tristan Thompson, Al Horford. We need to make big moves, guys. We need big moves. If we're going to win this championship next year, we can't do these small trades. So let me try to go all out. I'm going to try to draw something up and see if we can do something big. We're going to trade both of our first-round picks and Jay Crowder to the Bucks for Chris Middleton, and this is the 4th overall pick. Again, I do not plan on using these picks, but they're good trade bait. So you see that? We could pick up Dwight Howard, who actually after year number 2 gets a lot worse. I think his overall drops to like a 78, so I'm not dealing with that. Kemba Walker's there, which would be a nice upgrade from Rajon Rondo, who averaged almost a double-double. Kemba averaged about 20 points per game. We need that scoring. Or we can move up to the 2nd overall pick. But Eric Bledsoe never does really good on my team. So let's do the Kemba Walker trade. So we have our new point guard. Jeff Green, I know you probably play pretty solid for us. But if we can flip him for 2 first-rounders. So let's do that. Getting rid of that contract. Matthew Dellavedova and 2 first-rounders. Nothing. How about these 2 first-rounders? Okay, there we go. Here's something, but it's nothing big, so let's ignore that. Let's try to do Festus Ezeli, 2 first-rounders. The same guys are offering us stuff. That's interesting that we're not getting no really good offers. We could pick up Nikola Vucevic. I don't know if that's a really big upgrade. We can stack on some more first-round picks. I don't know what we're going to do, but once I figure it out, I'll let you guys know. All right, Steven Adams, I mentioned he had such a great season, but we're going to go out and get the Greek Freak and the first-rounder. This is actually a pretty good trade for me, and now we need a new... I don't know what we need. Let's try to trade Terrence Ross in this 11th overall pick. Because oh, that's a nice trade. If we're looking, oh, we just traded our center. So Tristan Thompson could be a nice pickup. So let's come back to number 2. Make sure there's nothing else. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, nah, pass on that one. Jonas Valanciunas or Tristan Thompson. Let's look at his numbers. Tristan Thompson, he's never been a really big scorer, but his rebound and numbers make up for that a little bit. While we take a look at Jonas Valanciunas, look at his scoring. He's got the scoring and the rebounding. So let's do the Jonas Valanciunas trade, picking up Cedric Jones, who's probably just a generated rookie or something. Okay, so we got our core 3 guys right here with Kemba, Giannis, and Jonas. Okay. Oh, and Chris Middleton. They're core 4 right now. We need a power forward. Again, I don't know how much money we're going to have for free agency, so that's why I'm trying to do as many trades as I can right now. And again, they don't want... Why don't you guys want Matthew Dellavedova? He's a quality player. So let's see what we could get for him. We could pick up Will Barton, which is not a bad trade. They make almost the same amount of money. So let's come back to trade number 12. Pick up Norman Powell. But I don't know. That trade looks kind of promising. We get the 9th overall pick. And I think we're saving some money. $8,000, $9,000. Yeah, well, let's do this Brandon Knight trade. So Brandon Knight's going to be our backup PG. Again, we still need a power forward. So Festus Ezeli, Andrew Nicholson. We're doing a bunch right now. Oh, who's this guy? 7-1 from Romania. No, we don't need him. I was just curious about him. We can jump all the way up to the 5th overall pick and then trade that. We could pick up Powell, who's under a reasonable contract. Yes, he's about to be 39, but he's under a reasonable contract. He's still doing pretty solid in the league. But I'm afraid his overall is going to drop too much. So let's do this trade to pick up that 5th overall pick. And we can't... Oh, I forgot to turn off the... Oh, that's a fail. I forgot to turn off the thing that stops us from... That allows us to flip players right away. But still, people are offering us stays. We can pick up Powell still. Eric Bledsoe. What is he making this year? 15 mil is not too bad for a 5th overall pick. And I'm just trying to figure things out right here, guys. So just give me a second. What if we throw in the 5th overall pick and this 1st round pick? Are you guys going to offer me more? Still Eric Bledsoe. We can jump up to the 3rd overall pick. Let's do that. And then trade this 3rd overall pick and this Mavericks pick. We can jump up to the 1st pick or pick up Eric Bledsoe. Let's jump up to the 1st pick. I didn't do any scouting. Let's see if they scouted by themselves. I'm curious to see what's on the board here. 1st overall pick is a power forward. That's what we need, right? But they have an 80 overall point guard here too. Should we just draft the power forward? I think let's draft the power forward, and if we have to, we'll flip him once the season starts because his draft value or his trade value has to be pretty high, right? It has to be pretty high to be the 1st overall pick. So let's do that trade. The Mox draft got him going 1st, right? Yep, from Puerto Rico, Raymond Delgado. Whatever. We're going to pick him up. Now, yes, I just did a bunch of things. It probably didn't make much sense to you guys, but let me show you guys the team right now. We look solid. But then again, we still got a bunch of roles to fill in. But now we got a new power forward who, again, as I mentioned, we may just flip a little bit later. I kind of shot myself in the foot, but he averaged 32 points in Puerto Rico. It is Puerto Rico, so, you know, they don't have the best players, but 32 points is ridiculous. But yeah, I shot myself in the foot when I didn't turn off the restrictions. Usually I turn off the restrictions for these rebuilds. Hashtag bust. Ooh, they think he's going to be a bust. Don't worry. He's got on some Jordans too. I don't know if y'all peeped that. But it's no big deal to us because we're probably just going to trade him anyway. There's another power forward who's a little bit younger. We don't need to worry about it. He's 6'10". A little bit taller than our guy that we got. All right, let's sign our rookie. See how much money we have for free agency. Now we're going to let Tyus Jones walk. Paul George declined his option, but I don't think we're going to have the money to even offer him anything. Avery Bradley's going to test free agency, but we do have bird rights, so we can just try to sign him back by throwing him a bunch of money. Yeah, we're kind of in debt right now, so let's just try to maintain the players that we have. Bird rights on Avery Bradley. So let's throw him some money. I know it's a bunch of money, but we need to win a championship this year. We need to win a championship this year, so I'm going to do the rest of these signings, and I'll be back. All right, so here's our team right now. I'll just start off with the rotation. Kemba Walker, Avery Bradley, Giannis Antetokounmpo, our rookie that we picked up, who we're probably going to trade right now. We got Jonas Valanciunas, Chris Middleton, Brandon Knight, Marcus Smart. We got a bunch of guards. So trades will be going down right here to start off this year. Let's start off with our rookie. I figured that his draft value or his trade value is pretty high. He's a 4-star. We could pick up Blake Griffin. Our backup shooting guard is Chris Middleton, so we can afford to trade Avery Bradley. Let's just make sure we could pick up Kristaps Porzingis. I think I'd rather have Blake Griffin. I don't think I've ever had Blake in a video. So let's do Blake. Wow, that is let's not do Blake. Let's trade for Blake. That's what I meant. Y'all dirty. This team looks good, man. Wow, our bench is kind of weak, but we can make some trades to make that bench better. But our starting lineup is championship contender without a doubt. Let's try to trade Marcus Smart, though. Get another backup. We got a bunch of first-round picks that we can trade right now, so let's try to do that. Marcus Smart in the first-rounder. What can we get? We can get Joel Embiid. We can also get back Jay Crowder. Did we have Jay Crowder? Yes, did we just trade him? Am I going crazy? We had Jay Crowder. We could pick up Josh Richardson and Justice Winslow. Trade number 4 looks good. Again, getting our bench better because neither of those guys are going to start for us. Let's do that trade. Yes, I'm sorry, Jay Crowder. I want you back, but we could get 2 for the price of 1. Trade in Bogut, who we just signed under a minimum contract. That's a big trade too. All right, let's take a look at it now. So Justice Winslow, our 6th man. We got Brandon Knight, Josh Richardson, and our backup center position is kind of lacking with Brandon. Brandon Wright had one heck of a season, dude. That's a career high. And he was 30 years old, averaged 11 points. He's probably their starter. But still, I think we can do better there. Because, we still have those first-round picks. So if we trade him and that first-rounder from this year, 2021, can we get a better backup center? We could pick up Jeff Withey, not better. Scal, not better. We could bring back Festus, no big deal though. Maybe we just keep him. We could bring in Sabonis, who averaged pretty good numbers. But actually, I think the numbers that Brandon Wright averaged is crazy. So we'll keep him. I know, I got these first round picks, so again, I'm trying to make our team as the best. That trade looks too good, but we don't need more centers. I'm trying to make our team as best as possible. So if we can upgrade our backup point guard, why not, you know? But I think Brandon Knight as a backup point guard is really good. So we'll keep him there. Let's get to 7 games. I'm very confident in our team right now. I'll show you guys the final rotation. If we're not winning as many games as I want, we can still make trades before the All-Star break. But right now, we look solid. All right, I know I said I was done, but I want to do this trade badly. Jonas Valanciunas, 2 first-rounders for Kentrell Beecham and Nikola Jokic. Again, increasing our depth. Nikola Jokic is going to start at power forward, and now, or not at power forward, but at center. But now we have a backup power forward at Kentrell Beecham, who can back up Blake really well. Our bench just looks as good as anybody's starting lineup. So I'm feeling very confident, even more confident now that trade went through. So let's finally get to 7 games. I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. We're sitting at 37-20, which is not bad, but not as good as I want us to be. We're 4th in the West. Probably had some type of injury. Yeah, Nikola Jokic is out for a couple more weeks, and our backup center's out too. So they probably have Blake Griffin at center, then Kenneth Faried at power forward. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Let's try to do something about this, man. We need a center for right now. Hopefully 6 to 8 weeks. Is that going into the playoffs? Hopefully Nikola Jokic can be healthy for the playoffs, because we definitely gonna need him. We can pick up Tyler Zeller. Or Dwayne Dedman. I'll do the Dwayne Dedman one. So we have Dwayne Dedman to be our new starting center until... Oh, they still don't want Dwayne Dedman started. Well, at least we have another center on the roster until those 2 guys come back. But we did also pick up a first rounder. So you guys know what I like to do with first round picks, right? Actually, let's take a look at the numbers. Who's not performing? And maybe we'll make trades based on that. Of course, I don't expect anybody to average over 20 because we got so many pieces. But is anybody not... Let's go to this season. Anybody not shooting a great percentage? Wow, Brandon Knight is having one terrible season. All right, Brandon. I thought you were going to be a good backup for us, but it doesn't seem like it. So, you got to go, brother. You got to go. Joel Embiid. We can pick up a first. We don't need first-round picks. We need bodies. We need players that can play. And Dennis Schroeder can play, but his numbers aren't better than Brandon Knight's. He's shooting the worst percentage. He just has more minutes. He's been playing more minutes, which is that's why his numbers are so much higher. Jeff Teague. having a better season. Trade number 11, we'll come back to you. Brook Lopez. I wish I would have looked at this before we made that last trade. We could pick up Victor Oladipo, who's not having the best season. Ricky Rubio, not having... Why? Every point guard looks like they're in a slump right now. But we'll do the Jeff Teague trade. We also picked up a first rounder. You guys know what I like to do with first round picks, right? Wilson, Justice Winslow, he has pretty high trade value. Can we get somebody better? Probably not, though. Yeah, he's not making much money, so if the numbers don't match up, they won't make that trade. Stanley Johnson, not going to do that trade. Devin Booker, though. 28 minutes per game. Let's do the Devin Booker trade. That gives us more scoring off our bench. Or maybe they're going to have Devin Booker starting. Yeah, they're going to have Devin Booker starting. So off the bench, we got Chris Middleton, which is not too bad. Let's go 7 more games. And it looks like, without a doubt, we're going to make the playoffs. But we don't want to have that 4-5 matchup because then we're going to have to go against the number 1 seed in the second round. We don't want that. We need to get higher, or to be honest with you, I'd rather drop than stay at that 4-5 game. So I'll see how we do in a couple seconds. Steph Curry out here breaking all kinds of records. That's 5 straight, guys. 5 straight MVPs for Steph Curry. What did he average? 29. Yeah, he deserved it. That guy wins Rookie of the Year. Al Horford, 6th Man of the Year. DeAndre Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year again. Trey Burke wins Most Improved. Coach of the Year again, Ron Adams. I don't know where Steve Kerr went. But anyway, we finished with the 3rd seed, guys. So we did jump up 1 from last time we talked. We were the 4th seed at the All-Star break. Jumped up to the 3rd seed. Devin Booker is injured, which is... And Josh Richardson. That's going to hurt. If we don't win this championship, I'm blaming it on injuries. Now, a lot of people tell me to turn off injuries, but I don't really know, man. That makes it a little unrealistic if we turn off injuries. So, Chris Middleton's ice cold, too. Yeah, we're going to have some trouble. So, let's make Thabo Cephalosha into the rotation because we need another wing player. So, let's make Thabo jump in there. He's only played 2 games this season. We need him to step up. Going against the Spurs in round number 1. Kawhi Leonard and company. Oh my God. Are we going to get eliminated in the first round? Come on, fight back. 1 more game. Come on. Yes, let's go. We came all the way back. That's scary, man. That's scary. But we did it. Chris Middleton, who's in a slump, dropped 23 in Game 7. All right. OKC Thunder, number 2 seed versus number 3 seed. They win Game 1. They win Game... Okay, I thought they were about to take a 3-0 lead. Everybody's drained. Jeff Teague got injured now. Oh my God, we just can't catch a break. But Devin Booker's back, which is good. Oh no, we got eliminated. This team is too good, man. Injuries derailed us. OKC Thunder, who do they have? Nobody. Russell, and he only averaging 18 in the playoffs, man. We lost to them. Oh well. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the video, even though we didn't win. Let's see who wins the championship. Again, another fun video. So hopefully you guys are okay with us not winning. And Xbox Live, whatever. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave it a like. Like I said earlier, hit me up with some quizzes on Twitter. Hit me up with more challenges you want to see when it comes to rebuilding. It's been the King of the 4th Quarter. I'm out.